Hello everyone, this is Tom, bringing you the Act 1 boss of Inferno. I'm gonna try and solo him here. The difficulty ramps up so outrageously going into Act 2 that I may in fact not be able to cover it. It's not necessarily a brick wall of difficulty, it's just that you'd need to farm so much in order to really stand a chance there that I don't know that I'm willing to do it. I've let this game consume my life for a week and a half now. I've got, I think like 80 hours into this character, and I just don't actually think that it's going to be possible to do Act 2 without spending months playing this game. Well, I mean, I guess Act 2 maybe, but like Act 3 or 4? Probably not. But oddly enough, the Act 1 boss, the Butcher, is not super difficult. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go back and get my Templar. He's not gonna help a whole lot. I am like at the entrance to the Butcher. In terms of getting to the Butcher, if you run into anything that's giving you troubles, just basically run away from it. And if that's not going to get you there, then you should probably look into just getting better gear. My Templar is down here. Alright, in terms of gear, right now, the specific pieces don't really matter so much, except for this is pretty damn good. I got this for $500,000 on the auction house. It's got 250 intelligence and good enough damage per second, for now anyhow. You can get a lot more DPS, but from what I've seen, like, comparing any other $500,000 weapon to this, it seems like it does a little bit less damage, but not so much that going out and getting a $500,000 weapon would get you something super worse than this if you're a wizard. Other than that, I've got 3,500 life, which corresponds to the 1,000 vitality I've got. 1,500 intelligence. Overall, my DPS ends up being 28,000. I don't really have a whole lot fancy over here. I have been getting resistances though, so I am up in like the 250s for all of those. Just because I've got like some pieces of gear have all resistance on them. I'll just mouse over all of these so anyone that cares can check it out. Attack speed intelligence rings tend to be cheaper than they should be in terms of what they give you, I've seen, because like your cast speed, like basically the space between these orbs here, varies with your attack speed. Even though it's a spell, attack speed changes it. On my skill bar, I'm using magic weapon with force weapon to give 15% bonus damage. It's really good. Energy armor makes it so that any single hit can only take off a third of my life, though they recently patched this. There was a weird build going around with like 0 health and really high HP regen and really high intelligence, and just using force armor to regen everything. So you get hit and then you regen it within a quarter of a second, so you need to get hit like 8 times in 1 second in order to die. They patched that, so if something would just kill you on the first hit, it just kills you on the first hit now. Using Frost Nova because if the Butcher pulls me, I want to be able to get away, and sometimes teleport will be on cooldown. I've got Wormhole on there just in case though a lot of the floor around me catches on fire. I want to be able to get out of there. I'll use Shock Pulse for my damage, and Blizzard. I would change Blizzard, except for I've got 3 stacks of the Nephilim's Valor buff that gives Magic Find and Gold Find, and Blizzard is outrageously valuable just for getting to the Butcher. In general, like my MO for fighting things is I'll try to hit them from as far away with Shock Orbs, like things before the Butcher, cast a Blizzard on the ground and hit them from as far away with Shock Orbs as possible, and then just kite them, Blizzard, hit them, kite them, hit them, hit them. That's how I do everything except for the Butcher. The Butcher, you'll see, will be a little bit more difficult. We'll watch the cinematic, just for dramatic effect.
She'll soon have another one to cry over. Yours. Meet the Butcher.
Fresh meat.
Alright, so obviously, as a wizard, you want to keep your distance from the Butcher here. He's really, really dangerous at close range. His attacks are still pretty slow, but I mean, not all of them. You can't avoid all of them, so That right there, you saw he pointed with his axe, and then he threw a hook shot at me. That's completely dodgeable. Even if you're like up next to him, as long as soon as you see him point, you start dodging. Yeah, you can get out of the way of that. It deals a huge amount of damage, and it's actually the single biggest threat aside from probably the fire floor. There you saw he drew a red line and then charged forward and hit the wall. That's a really slow attack. Should be easy to avoid. I don't actually know whether that will kill me or not if it hits me. I think I was a little slow to kite there, so I burnt my teleport. Or a little slow to juke. And anytime you can safely get in and cast a Frost Nova on him, you know, it's worth doing. Stuns him. Makes it so that there's less that you have to worry about for a few seconds. So really the only consistent thing that can hit you, if you've got teleport up to get out from the fire floor, is that right there. The cone of hooks that he does. Everything else is dodgeable. I don't know where he is or what he's doing, but I don't like it. You definitely want to be a bit conservative with how you use your teleport, because there will be cases like this where you want to get a healing well, and if the fire floor comes up, well, that can cost you quite harshly. Uh-oh. Oh, he just, like, decided not to charge there? Oh, man, I've got no health here. There's the healing well. Whew. My force armor came down there. It lasts about 2 minutes. Make sure that you put it back up on cooldown. You'll know if it goes down, because there won't be a little bubble around your character. Oh, no! No, 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 no! Oh, oh my god. Okay. I absolutely thought I was gonna die there. Okay, so now the whole floor is going to light on fire. I need to just DPS him. And I just barely take him down. So this is 3 stacks of Nephilim's Valor. You can generally expect like 2 yellows to show up if you've got 5 stacks. But that is how you kill the Butcher. And it's probably the easiest, best loot farm in the game. The only other one that might compare, like again, I had only 3 stacks of Nephilim Valor here, so I didn't have the magic find that I'd normally have. The only one that's probably comparable that I've seen that's like worth doing is Hell Azmodan runs. So if you're a little bit too under geared for doing this, I would recommend doing those. I think that this is a really good skill loadout for either of those runs on the wizard. And yeah, that'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's the Butcher on Inferno mode. I'll catch you guys on the side which is flipped.